Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to make an origami frog on a Lilypad to the best of my abilities. This is the hardest tutorial so far that I've come by, so let's see what I can do. I do want to mention I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not a person, I just love doing origami, and so I make tutorials about it to help other people. So yeah, don't put me up to high standards too much. Hold up, let me see if I can turn on the light a bit. There should be a little bit of light. Anyways, so yeah, we fold it as a triangle and then we cut this sleeve off. You can do it, you can fold it either way. It is better to fold it this way, honestly, because then you know that you're actually cutting off the extra paper. As you can see, most of it is not cut off. And this comes with practice, like you'll know how to situate this properly with practice. So don't think you'll be perfect on the first try. I've been doing it a lot, so it's easier for my brain to know how to actually fold it properly. That one came out good. Now we're trying to make this. Instruction is very weird. Like if you guys saw the last video, the video I published a week ago on you trying it on your own, you probably got stuck because I did. And if you didn't, I'm so happy. Like, that's amazing, because this is probably the hardest one I've seen. But regardless, I wanted to show it because it looked cool. I wanted to see if I can do it, and I basically did it by like how the way I did it is not really the way the paper showed it, but hopefully I'm able to replicate it. But my goal is to make it as close to the paper as possible while still presenting a product that's how it is. If not, I'll create a new fold through just folding the paper in one way or another. Hopefully you can see my creases. Let me put on the light properly. That should be better in terms of crease showing. Okay, so the first step is to, well, that was the first step. Next step is to fold it into a diamond shape. So like that. And then you have your own diamond shape. So this is where the complicating part comes in. It tells you that you need to fold this flap like swing the left and right corners up to the top. So my guess on that, when it says that, is you pull this flap up and then you put it all the way up here to the top. That was my guess in it. I didn't know what specifically they were talking about when they said swing, but that's how I saw it. And then continuing on, I moved this one all the way over here. So this is the right and left. Check. If you're calling it a swing, sure. And then the next thing to do is fold this way. Like fold the flap up this way. And what I did after that was I grabbed this piece right here and dragged it all the way to this area right here. So let me zoom in to show you. I grabbed this flap right here and dragged it all the way until the line right here, and then I folded it down, and then it creates this piece, diamond shape, right? And then you do it for here, where you grab this flap right, if you can grab the flap that we creased, this flap right here, we grab it, we drag it all the way down until, you gotta be careful though, because sometimes it can get stuck here. drag all the way down and then fold it like that. So now you have a flap that looks like this, right? Then next step is like, okay, what I did next was I moved this all the way over here. So I folded it this way to have that same effect as seen on the picture in the last video. Okay, and the next thing it tells us to do is fold this flap, move this flap this way. That's what it tells us to do. So that's what I did. And it tells us to fold this, like squash this way. So I did that and I was like, okay, let me squash it. And then I moved it to the side, and then I did the other one. So I was like, let me move this way and then squash this segment right here that way. So you have like two segments like this, right? I hope you guys were able to follow that up. Anyways, and then what I did after that was I started to fold it this way and then fold that one this way. I fold it to the middle. The crease starts to get weird because it's like so much overlapping of folds, but try to get it as clean as you can. And the next thing to do when you have that folded is to literally just slot it in, like inverse fold it. So you'll have something that looks like this, and then inverse fold this one. And you'll have something that looks like this, right? And that's what I did. I was like, okay, I think I'm reaching where it's telling me. But then it tells me open this flap this way, right? And then it says to move this flap all the way over here, like fold it like that, right? Let me zoom out to make sure you guys see what I'm doing. So after you're done with this part, or you should have something like this, you should move this flap right here that you had and then move it so that it looks like this, right? Next thing it tells you to do is fold this side that way. Do the same triangular fold, but this time fold it to the middle. But this time, that crease you made in the middle, open it, fold it to that corner of the piece you made in the middle. So you should have something that looks like, it should want to do something like this. And then just make sure you line it up with this and then fold it across like that, right? And what's that supposed to do is you're supposed to create a leg from it. So let's say now we're gonna fold this thing this way, but then inverse fold it later on. So let's move this flap, fold it as close as possible as you can to the center. If you can grab more of the flap, that's good. The key is to make this one turn into a triangle. So fold this all the way down until you get a triangle, and then you should get something like this. Oh, make sure it's folded all the way down to a triangle form. And then you inverse fold it. So you move it backwards, or you go like, okay, I want to fold it the other way, and then you'll end up with something like this, right? And once you do, then you just flip it backwards. Now you have a leg. This will serve as the back leg. Sorry, I'm trying to like fix it up. Oh, it bothers me that the fold doesn't look nice. But okay, let's do the next one. So we're doing this side. So we're moving this flap all the way here. And then we're folding this too down here. Make sure it lines up. Make sure you're lining it up perfectly at the tip like this, because when you fold it, it's gonna do that same effect. So just make sure it's lined up. And then you go all the way down, fold it to the corner, like I said. Like it should want to do it anyways, because when you go like this and you want to pull on it, it reaches its corner here. But then you want to line it up with this first. And once you're done lining it up, then you fold it across like that. You want to line it up with this, just to make sure you guys knew what I was talking about. Yeah. And then you do the same triangular fold, where you try to like fold it to the middle as much as possible, but also fold this downwards. So it should look like something like this. See, it's a little bit rusty. I don't like how it looks. You see right there how it overlaps? That's annoying. Oh no. You gotta be careful with the tips. Anyways, yep, so that's me trying my best here. Anyways, and then you inverse fold it. So you go the other way and you're like, okay, I want to fold it this way. And then you're done with this part, right? Now you have two hind legs, right? So what they tell you to do now is that they expect you to bend this in a bit and then bend, so it's supposed to look something like, it's supposed to look like a leg. So I would bend it in for now. Just bend it in to like this. It serves as like the frog's side, if you will. So do it for both, this one and that one. Do it for both. Fold it in. Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, you fold it in. Make sure the flap is folded well. You should have something that looks like this, right? Oh, zoom up so you can see it. And then you're able to just fold the leg all the way until you get like a triangle. You should get a triangle, but it should look like straight across. And then do it for this one too. Make sure you get that triangle that's straight across and goes all the way to the top of here. It should be able to go to the top of this part right here. Let me zoom in. This part right here, it should be able to touch the top of this flap right here. So now you have the frog sides, legs, and now we're gonna do something of our own. We're gonna make it more straight. So actually we don't need to. So do ignore the background noise because it's coming from outside, but yeah, you fold this down. So you should have something that looks like this. It should be straight ahead, straight down. So just make sure you have it coordinated well. And then you want to do another flap inward like this. And that should create the hind leg, as you can see. So let's do it for this one. So we go like this, fold it down. I would use this to match it if you can. There's a flap down here that's not associated with the leg, but it's like, it's still there. This flap right here, just line it up, and then later on go like, okay, let me just add a little bit of the foot, inverse fold it, and then make sure you line it up well, because sometimes the inverse fold doesn't work. But yeah, you get something like this, right? Making sure the legs are nice. Now that the hind legs are done, you want to go ahead and do the top hands. So to do that, move this flap all the way down. So like, let me show you. So move this flap, bend it down, and then bend it until you can like, let me just make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, bend it until you make it like straight ahead, until it matches this, like until it creates a triangle, basically. That's what you want, right? You want it to create a triangle, that's the point. And then you want to do the other side. Grab that flap, bend it all the way down until you get a triangle that matches this right here. And this will act as the arms. So what I did to deal with the flap underneath is I went in, I opened this. First of all, I folded this downwards as much as I could. I just did a rough fold downwards as much as I could, right? Then I opened it and I was like, okay, let me just inverse fold. Let me zoom in so you can see. Inverse fold that flap. And make sure like it lines up well, because it won't line up super well because we folded it while it was overlapped, but it should line up enough for you to fix it. So let's do this one. So this one, you see this flap right here, you want to get rid of, so you fold it down. Make sure it lines up as much as possible with this one, and then you just open the flap and then just inverse fold it in as much as you can. Make sure it lines up well, and then fold it downwards. And then you have two arms now. They're separate. So now you can bend these arms as much as possible downwards. As much as you can. Bend these, just drag it downwards and like fold it, and it should like refix itself. This one's a little bit too down, so anyways, what to do now is fold this piece downwards so you can create that frog-like effect face. Okay, and the next thing to do is literally fold it more downwards, like make it diagonal. You want to make it as much diagonal as possible, like that. And then do it for this one also, if you can, like that. And then just like create a little feet that goes upwards this way, and another one that goes upwards this way. Hopefully it's being captured well to my camera. I'm sorry if it's not. I'll fix it right away after I fix this a little foot. So it should look something like this. Something like this, right? And then like you see that diamond shape in the right here, right? Like what do you do with it? So here are two things you can do to solve it. You can either fold it in this way, like I did for my last one. You can go like that, or you can fold it in this way for sure, and then go about inverse folding it, going like this, which is a little harder, but it creates that spring-like effect that you want. Or if you want, it's not really necessary, but yeah. Let's do it again. Keep in mind we're folding it into like a triangular shape. We're just trying to follow the contour of this. Oh, you gotta be careful because we're over folding here. We don't want to go too far and messing up the frog. And then you just inverse fold it. And then you can have something like this. Or you can just do it this way where you just fold it in like this to be like more cleaner. Honestly, I think I prefer this way too, because it's just more cleaner. And then what you do next after you do that is, you can see now it's time to like define the lily pad. So what we do is we grab this piece, you bend it downwards. Don't bend it too far because you want the frog's face to be, or even like bend the frog's face down a bit more if you can. You want to show the illusion that it's on a lily pad. So yeah, bend it downwards, and then you just fold the corners just a bit to create that lily pad effect, right? And then you do it for each side. So you bend it down, and then you fold the corners just a bit. Let me show you. You fold the corners just a bit to create the lily pads effect. And you do this one, bend it down. Now, how far you fold it, that is up to you. That's up to your judgment. However you want to create the lily pad, that is up to you. I'm just creating based off of what I think a lily pad looks like. And yeah, I end up with a frog on a lily pad, as you can see. So I do hope you guys enjoy this. I tried my best to replicate as what was shown in the picture, in the instructions. It's not that close, but it's close enough where you can still have a frog on the lily pad. Well, I do hope you guys enjoy, and yeah. And that was a very complicating piece, but it was fun at the end of the day. So yeah, let me just fix this up. Yeah, have a great day. See ya. Peace.